Hello, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So glad to have you here for our brand new series, the Personal Brand Mastery Series. We're going to have a lot of fun tonight. I want to ask you a question while people are coming in, and I'll say some hellos, but I want to ask you to put in a single word, a couple of words, not a paragraph. I want to know what makes you, you. Tell me in the comments what makes you, you. And then I want to say hi first to the wonderful Tracy Dramerson from the KC Chiefs. Good to see you, Tracy. Thanks for being here. Hi, Stephanie. Hi, Pamela. Good to see you. Hi, Regina. Regina was the first one in. Kathy Burns. Good to see you. Maria. Good to see you. Ellen. Good to see you. Kathy's in the house. Good to see you, Kathy. So it's great to see everybody. Everybody's rolling in. The question I want to start with, first of all, is what makes you, you? All right. So put it in there. Hey, Pam Heller, good to see you. So I want you, hi, Audrey. I want you to put in the comments, what makes you, you? All right. Tracy, commitment. Love it. Positivity. Of course, Stephanie, you are the picture of it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Been here since 6:50. Oh, hi, Pat. Well, good to see you. Traveling, running, and smiling. That's from Ian, our very own Ian, who's behind the scenes making all this magic happen. So listen, this is alive. You guys are here in the studio audience with us on StreamYard. It's also being broadcast out to Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, everywhere, to our groups, our communities, our pages. So welcome, welcome everybody who's joining us. The first thing I want to tell you is this will not be available for replay just everywhere because we're doing something different because this is called business. The replay of this and the entire series and so much more will be exclusively over on BAM, our amazing new brand asset manager app for personal branding and for entrepreneurs. All right, so that's where we're going to be housing everything along with worksheets, other things that you can use. But we are live to everybody. Everybody who's here, welcome, welcome, welcome. Let's talk about personal branding, shall we? Carrie says, funny, caring, positive, purple, pink, lover. I love it. Kathy Burns, real. Tracy, excellence. Pam, helpful. Kindness. These are really great words. I love that. Hey, we posted it over. Amira from our team posted it over in our multi-brand official community, the one and only single community we have on Facebook. So I'd love it if you jumped over there and put these in as well, would you, if you wouldn't mind, after or whatever. We just put that question there as well. So good to see you. Let's get going. This is the personal brand mastery course. We have been working so hard on this. It is the perfect first series of training because we have so many coming out throughout the year, a skills series, a real school. Guys, we're getting really into helping take your business to the next level. And I couldn't be more proud of the team. Allison Anthony, our amazing, amazing community manager, is down in the comments to answer questions. If you have any, feel free to ask. I'll open it up at the end for some questions as well, okay? So how many of you are confused by this term personal brand, or you guys have a good handle on it? I'd love to know that. So how many of you feel like you've got a good personal brand or you need a personal brand? Show off in the comments. Resilient, Audrey, I love that. I'm gonna get my water handy for me over here on the side. Take a sip. Okay, well, this is session one. And what we're gonna do tonight is we're gonna focus on what is personal branding. What is it? Why is it? Why do I need it? All of that, okay? So you are now gonna learn what is personal branding. And I gotta tell you, everyone in here and everyone out there watching us on all the other channels, because you are using social media to sell products, because you work for a direct selling company, you're an entrepreneur, you're an event producer, whatever it is you do, you're an entrepreneur. So you are a personal brand, whether you like it or not. The good news is personal branding is our #1 trend for 2025. I was watching and doing some research over the weekend, and it's interesting to watch things like you look at Richard Branson versus Virgin. Richard Branson has 5 million followers. Virgin has 1 million followers. It's the personal side of business that has all of the action when it comes to social media. And why is that? Because everybody wants the human factor. They want to talk to a human. They don't want to talk to a faceless brand. So that's amazing for us with all we do. So Tracy, Pamela, Kathy, Ellen, you're all going to get everything you need to build your personal brand. And by the time you're done with this series, you will have a brand, you will have your voice, and you'll be rocking and rolling. And I can't wait to see what you do with it. So let's keep going now. A personal brand is the practice of marketing yourself and your business as a brand. It's taking yourself, taking what you sell, putting the two together, and that makes your personal brand. Now, personal branding is about being intentional with how you present yourself to the world. It's not the products you sell, it's about you. It's about how you present yourself to the world in a professional business manner as your brand. All right. Hi, Jackie. Welcome. So here we go. Personal branding is about your intention, how you present yourself to the world. I've done this for years. You guys, if you've been with me for many years, I've got to tell you, here's two really neat little charts. How you see yourself and how others see you equals your personal brand. So that's really good, because tonight we're going to talk about identifying yourself, and then we'll go into how others see you. All right. The next one is what you do and say versus how people feel is your brand as well. So what you say and how you do it, what you do and what you say, and then how people feel about that is your personal brand. So again, your personal brand is not just what you think it is, but it's how you present yourself and how you make people feel. All right. So that's really key. Now, I will tell you this, personal branding is not about creating a persona. It's not a new identity. It's about amplifying your authentic self. So authenticity is without a question going to be the word of 2025 if it wasn't 2024 already. Authentic self is so key to your success. You have to understand the value you bring to the company you represent, because it is your authentic self that is driving the sales of that company. All right. Because we know, and I'll say it a million times, people buy from people. It's coming right up. You know, I'm going to say it. I say it every time I talk to you guys. But your brand is not about just creating a persona. And today I'm going to be Scott and I'm going to be serious. It's about how you amplify your authentic self. So that's why I asked, what makes you you? That first word that you just came up with and shared is part of your authentic self. That's why I did it at the beginning, because I wanted to hear your first knee-jerk reaction of what makes you you. So you're going to use that word in a minute here, okay? So let's talk about this. In 2025, trust and authenticity are the most valuable assets you can have. Absolutely. Now, in this world that we live in today with fake news, spammy content, false clickbaiting, obnoxious behaviors, all of that, everybody out there is looking for more ways to trust and looking for authenticity. That's why brands aren't doing as great on social media, because people want to connect with somebody that they can trust. They want to check the box that this is real. It's not a fake. It's not a hacker. I mean, I just read an article today about how audio and voiceover AI hacks, like sounding like your mother or sounding like a friend, are on the rise. So there is so much distrust, fake, phony, false, spammy, salesy, negative out there in our world and in social media. It means we're cocooning in to only connect with the people we care about, trust, and who are authentic. This is good for you. I mean, I got to tell you, I've been a trend forecaster for over 16 years. And one of my first favorite authors, and she owns a beautiful company in New York, is Faith Popcorn. And she used to produce the Popcorn Report. I mean, I'm going to the 90s here, folks. And she talked about this idea of cocooning in to a community where we all know and trust each other. And that's what is happening in 2025 is we're starting to be, I don't want to reach 50,000 people. I'd rather have a true connection with 500 people. So, again, quantity is now leaning towards quality, trust, and authenticity. So never underestimate your appeal from being a trustworthy and authentic self. That's your brand. All right, let's talk a little bit about why you need a personal brand. Well, it's real simple. People buy from people, and that is your superpower. In direct selling, your superpower is the fact that people want to buy from people. They want to buy from somebody they know, like, and trust. This is not new information. I've been spieling this stuff for 10 years, but now more than ever, people really want to attract to somebody that they know they can trust. So establishing your trust is key. Being your authentic self is the way to get there. Now, I want to tell you something that your personal brand is not. Your personal brand is not about your career. It's about who you are and the impact you want to make. So again, in our working that we're going to look, the impact you want to make is key to what your personal brand is. So you have to identify what brand are you. So let's break that down and let's get busy and let's talk about how to brand you. All right. I'm going to break it into 4 buckets. This is going to be your growth tip and your hack and your homework assignment. 4 different factors that help you define your personal brand: your image, your mission, your value, and your vision. Image, mission, value, vision. Pretty easy, right? Let's dig in. First, let's talk about your image. Okay, you have to identify with your image that you want to use social media, but I'm talking your personal brand extends beyond social media. It's in the offline world, it's in your life, it's how you present yourself, even in church or at the store or in a meeting or in a wherever you are. This is your personal brand. So yes, Edmetrics, I like that one too. Environmental friendly. That's a big one. That's a big trend. So your image is the social channels. You want to determine what social channels are best for your image. LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook, X, whatever it is, identify those. In fact, next week when we dig into your online presence, I am going to show you how to identify where you're going to meet new people, where you're going to build your relationship with your community, how you're going to build your community, and how you're going to use the social networks together to build your business. So we're going to get very tactical next week. But right now, I want you to understand, maybe between now and next week, you could take an audit, because I'm going to ask you next week, and there'll be a poll in our group, what social networks are your priority for your business? Now, I promise you, most of you are going to say Facebook and Instagram, right? Probably, maybe TikTok, maybe not. X, maybe different otherwise. LinkedIn, YouTube, okay, Pinterest, they're all out there. You don't have to be on all of them. You need to identify through this process of building your personal brand identity and your image as to what social channels are right for what you're doing. The second thing about your image is identifying a look. What is your color? What is your imagery? What's your typography? What's your composition? So ask yourself, if I were, now I see a lot of you guys doing really great jobs, but if I were to be scrolling through, how would I know this is a piece of content coming from you? And the more that I can identify it is another key indicator of something to stop me and say, oh, that's Pamela. All right, I got to see what she has to say because she's always so entertaining. So that's what I mean by color, imagery, typography, style. What is it about yours? Now, it could be I put daisies around my borders on every piece of content. Please don't, but you could. So if you're using our creator or you're using Canva, that thing, you can start to establish kind of an overall look and feel, all right, That's what every brand does, and every personal brand can do that as well. So ask yourself, what is your look and feel of the business and your personal brand? So that's number one. Number two is your overall voice and your tone. So this is an interesting one. The voice typically can be the voice of the brand. We're skincare, we're home improvements. We are about in being environmentally friendly. Okay, so that's your voice, maybe more of the professional side. But what's your tone? Are you funny? Are you irreverent? Are you simple? Are you blunt? Are you long-winded? Are you a good storyteller? Ask yourself, what is the tone? Good, Lisa. We want to scratch your creative side. So, what is the overall voice and tone that you want to portray? How do you want me to feel when I not only hear you speak, but when you write your text out? That should have a unique positioning for your personal brand. So think about your overall voice and tone. For me, I can tell you when I post, my goal, my voice is to be put a smile on your face or make you feel good. I never use social media to play the victim, to complain, to get into politics, to get into anything that is confrontational, because I work with everybody. My target audience is not segmented in certain areas. Therefore, I want to make sure my tone is comfortable for a wider audience. So I don't want to be confrontational. Believe me, I have opinions, right? But I keep that to myself because my personal brand is about being helpful, like Pam Heller's. I want to be helpful. That's one of my main ones, Pam. So we're in the same boat there. So what is your overall voice and tone? So that's your first step, guys. What's your image? I want you to just make notes and say, these are my most important channels. This is, I feel like I am pink and purple. My typography is, you don't get so many choices, but if you're making content, you can, is bold and sans serif. And my composition and everything is, I like to take a light approach and keep things light and soft. So plan that out. That's your image. Your mission. How many of you have a mission statement for what you're doing? Which is not, I'm selling products to make some extra money. So it's not that. Your mission statement is the foundation of your personal brand. Think of this as your North Star. This is guiding your content, your communication, your connections, your voice, everything. It all starts with a mission statement. So I want all of you to put down your mission statement. You don't have to share it with me today. If you want to send me a personal note and ask me, I'm happy to help you. Happy to be here for you guys. So I want you to start working on your mission statement. Now, your mission statement really is a clear, concise, and then you'll speak to your unique strengths and your goals. So make it clear, short and sweet, and speak to your unique proposition, your unique strengths. I'm a helpful person, and your goals. I'm here to help you with your health and nutrition, whatever that is. Okay. So that's your mission statement. This is key. This is what I want you to do. Do you guys want to hear my mission statement? Somebody's got to say yes before I do it. Just making sure you're live out there. Ian says yes, of course. My mission statement is, I empower entrepreneurs to grow their online presence through effective social media strategies. So what I put in here is, I empower entrepreneurs. Adam Dewar, good to see you. To grow their online presence. And then I also put in that my strength is strategic and social media. So effective social media strategies. Stephanie, thank you so much. So that is my mission statement. I am here to do that. This is not Multibrain's mission statement. This is not BAM's mission statement. This is Scott Kramer's mission statement. All right. Now I'm also the CEO of Multibrain, and that has another mission. But mine is to empower entrepreneurs to grow their online presence through effective social media strategies. Simple, right? So Audrey, let's put Audrey's up here, Ian. Just to give somebody an example. Audrey Scott says, my passion is beauty, wellness, and empowering others, sharing fashion and beauty tips to help people feel confident and radiant. Audrey, that is fantastic. I think that is a great mission statement. You're getting thumbs up because not only are you saying your passion, but you're saying your field, beauty and wellness, you're empowering, and then you want to share tips and what you want to give. What I really like about this, Audrey, is that you are giving the value in your mission statement to feel confident and radiant. That's amazing. That's a great one. Let's go to Lisa's. Lisa's question real quick is, how do I fix a tone that's been mixed on my Facebook feed for so long? As I've grown personally, my sharing has changed. Not sure for better or not, but nonetheless, I almost created an entire new account thinking this would give me a clean slate. Thoughts on my scattered thought? I don't think you should go create a new account. Lisa, you are sharing your authentic self. We all grow and we all evolve. The good news is not too many people are going to be scrolling through to see what you were doing 5 years ago or what you were selling or what your brand was. We live in social media where, I think of that Notting Hill comment where it's like, today's headline is tomorrow's trash, lining your trash can or whatever that was. The reality with social media is you're allowed to evolve and move and grow. In fact, the people that care about and love you the most will evolve and grow with you. So you just keep doing what you're doing. And then you take, and that's what I love about what you said is take an audit of your social media accounts, take a look back and look at how they read, look at how they look, and then identify that in building your personal brand. So I love that. Thank you, Lisa. Okay. So I shared that. That's mine. Now let's go to, okay. So here's another thing about your mission. I had one more thing. Sorry. The concise statement that defines who you are and what you do and the value you provide. I can't stress that enough. I picked the most boldest way I could say value, because everything you do with your personal brand and what you put out there is not taking, it's giving. What value do you bring to somebody when they follow you or connect with you? You always got to remember that, because if you're not bringing value, then you're not going to get engagement. If you're telling somebody to just buy, they're passing you by. If you're bringing value through entertaining and educating and all of that, then you've created a true connection and somebody who then begins to trust you and sees yourself. Totally makes sense, right? So that's your mission. I want you guys to write it. I want you to really figure out what is your mission, keep it simple, and go from there. Now let's move on to your value. So I'm going to stick with value. I'll probably say authentic a few more times too. What do you stand for? What matters most to you? And what value are you giving to your audience? So what do you stand for? This is creating your value. Now, this doesn't go into your mission, but just what value? You can have a list of them. You can have bullet points. Your values are, what do you stand for? I stand for being blunt and honest and authentic and real. What matters most to you, that people are caring and loving and whatever that is. And what value are you giving to your audience? I want you to write that down, because I want you to use that filter every time you post a piece of content. All right. Your value is not, hey, look at me, buy my stuff. Look at me, I have this product, buy my stuff. Hey, look, this is on sale. You should go buy it. That's not value. That is actually you selling, and that is not a value. That is not your personal brand. In fact, that's actually annoying. Okay. Content that is about you, look at me, selfie, and buy my stuff, free shipping, is annoying. And it actually carries low value on the algorithms side of things. So if you're saying every time somebody says, Scott, I've been doing this and I'm not getting any engagement or growth, I go look at their feed and say, here's why. So somebody yesterday in Australia said, Scott, Facebook just shut me down for 30 days. And I think it's because I put my link in and they said it was my link. I'm like, they didn't say it was your link. Look at your content. Okay. It's look at me and buy my stuff is not quality content and does not bring value. All right. Selling is not value. Amen, Tracy. What it is, your value is giving. And that is how you educate, entertain, or enlighten. Another one I've said for over 10 years, educate, entertain, or enlighten. That is valuable content, because that gives me something to engage with. it gives me an emotional reaction to you. I can choose to participate. And most of all, I trust you and I respect you for giving me something that is of value to me. A healthy tip, a beauty tip, a funny meme, a hilarious story. All of that is something that actually makes me feel good and it makes me want to be more connected with you and grow my virtual or real relationship with you or be your customer. So your value is giving with how you educate, entertain, or enlighten. Got it? All right, so that's your value. Now let's talk about your vision. Now, lastly, your vision is define your audience, first of all. That's the first way to define your vision is who is your audience? And then I want you to clarify your unique skills or expertise where, so my audience is this, my unique skills are this, my expertise is in this field. And then I want you to describe your impact and how are you going to make a difference in this world. Okay. So how are you going to make, what's your impact going to be with your personal brand and how are you going to make a difference? Now, all of this together is going to grow your sales. Don't worry about that. I'm not going to get to a slide that says here's how to put a link into your product and get more people to click it and buy it. That's going to happen through your personal brand and you bringing value and giving, defining your audience, creating your strategy around it, having clarity on your expertise and where you're footed, where your foundation is, and how you're going to impact and make a difference. So I want you to answer those. I want you to write those down as well. How was this? Pamela says, I love finding and sharing tips, tricks, and hacks. So do I. I love finding hacks and teaching people how to do things easily. Thank you, Pamela. So these are the four. Are we clear on these? Are we good? Because this is really the foundation of tonight's is what is your image? What is your mission? What is your value? And what is your vision? Mission and vision. All right. So now you want some growth tips. You want some things to take away. And let's call this segment the growth tips. So here we go. You ready? Passions are now keywords. Some of you who've been through my training know this, that passions are keywords. So one great way for you to understand your personal brand and what you stand for and what your values are is to write down 10 passion words. This is what I want you to do. Based on your passions, values, and goals, develop a list of 10 keywords and integrate those throughout your communications. Now, I want to really explain this well for you guys. So here's the deal. We used to be really big on hashtags, hashtag everything, hashtag beauty, hashtag skin, hashtag buy now, whatever it is. Hashtags aren't as critical these days, but what hashtags do, when you do hashtag beauty or hashtag Scott's beauty, whatever it is, when you do a hashtag, it means people can search that hashtag as a topic and see posts. So for example, if you did go into your field and type in, if your field is beauty, type in hashtag beauty and look at the content. It's a great way to research your field. If your field is kitchen and cooking, hashtag cooking tips, hashtag organization. So hashtag Tupperware, whatever it is, go in and do a hashtag search and see what people are doing. It's a way for the consumer, you, to be able to find content. So in this world of billions of images every day that are posted, you can use hashtags for people to find it. The people can use it. I'm being really careful here because I want to explain keywords now. Because keywords are what happens behind the scenes. Keywords work just like Google. So when you do a Google search for beauty, it's not a hashtag, you're searching beauty, you're going to see sponsored people who paid, and then you're going to see other ones that have a lot of beauty in their website, and you're going to see websites and different types of content around beauty. Those are keyword searches. Well, social media now works just like search does. In fact, more and more people are using social media to search for products and services every single day. So by you defining your keywords, and these are the passion words behind your personal brand. One of mine is tennis. It has nothing to do with empowering people to build their social media, but tennis is one of my passion words. And guess what? By me integrating tennis into my about section, into some of my content, following the Australia Open that just started, like me participating in one of my passions, needlepoint, rowing, skiing, whatever it is, by me doing that, I'm attracting like-minded people. So this is happening behind the scenes. This is the algorithm takes a look at your content, your words, what you're sharing, what you're liking, what you're following, what you're commenting on, what you're posting. Everything you do goes into this, Oz-like algorithm behind the wall, and it determines where it will show your content and who it connects with based on your likes and interests. So that's as much as we know about the algorithm, so that I want to make the algorithm work for you, not be that annoying thing that shows those same pair of shoes that I happened to research last week, and now I see an ad for those same shoes every single day when I go on Instagram. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about how you can create your passion keywords for your personal brand. This is going to be the most valuable tip you get tonight. You create those words, go into your about sections, start integrating. I'm not saying list all 10, weave it into your value. I love healthy living and staying active through my favorite hobbies like tennis, walking on the ranch, and da-da-da-da-da. So there's ways for you to weave your passions into your business, all right? And that's going to help the algorithm bring you like-minded people. Got it? Thumbs up? Lisa, I love tennis too. So that is really key. I want you to all do this exercise. It's so powerful. And when we talk about your online presence next week, I'm going to dig into this more. Water. Okay, the next growth tip, establish authority and credibility. All right, you need to position yourself as a recognized expert in your field and begin to share your influence in groups and other communities. Okay, so yeah, Tracy, pickleball is amazing. There are a lot of decision makers that play pickleball, and pickleball says a lot more than you think about you and your business. And I want to play pickleball one day. Establish authority and credibility. I want you to immediately say to yourself, I am an expert in the field of blank. Okay, and that is your field. And if you don't feel confident to say that, go get the training from your company, go get the training from the field to become an expert in sharing that. Because you're not here to sell me products, you're here to sell me the benefits of the product. Okay, why am I going to love it? What's going to happen if I use it? How is it going to work? That kind of thing. You're not here to sell me the product. So position yourself as a recognized expert in your field, and then begin to share that influence in other groups and communities. So if it's beauty, I want you to go find more beauty groups, and I want you to just share some tips. Okay. Go scratchy throat as I go. This is key. I want you to go find groups that you can become an authority or share your credibility with. But the quickest way to get alienated and really hurt your personal brand, do not sell. Do not go into a beauty group and go, I'm with Avon and I have all these products and you will love them. And here's a link and you should go by my link and join my team. That is not value. Okay. Do not sell when you're doing your personal brand. There is a time to sell, and we'll get to that, and you will sell like crazy. Right now, you want to establish authority and credibility in your field. Do we got it? One more time. Don't sell. Don't use those low value words like buy now, shipping free, while supplies last, none of that stuff. You're not doing marketing like that. You're establishing your credibility. Got it? Okay, good. Thank you, Danita. Next, follow influencers within your field. Immediately go find 10 influencers. It's easy. Type in beauty. And you can go see influencers in beauty, go and see influencers in health and wellness, whatever it is, in humor, in pickleball. I don't care. Go to your passion words and go find influencers or people you feel that have built a great audience or have great content. I spend the first hour of every morning reading, and I have probably 20 different influencers or people in my space that I follow everything they do. I read, I follow up, I look at their content and go, gosh, I want my content like that. I love their consistency. The number one thing you're going to see from somebody who's successful on Instagram or on Facebook is consistency. All right. Side tip. So go and follow some people that you respect in your field. And I want you to identify their values, like make notes. Gosh, Dane Walker is amazing on building personal brands. You should all go follow him. He's an amazing guy from Australia. I love it. I have his book. I'm bringing some of his stuff to you as well in this series. He's amazing. And I love to see what his values are about building his agency. And I love to see his voice, his tone, how he brings humor into it. He's blunt. Gary Vaynerchuk is another one I follow just because we started the same time. I wish I were a billionaire. I don't know if he is or not. He keeps saying he wants to buy the jets, but he's doing great. And he has an incredible voice and tone where he drops F-bombs every other sentence. And that's his brand. That's how he is. He doesn't care if he turns people off. So that's interesting. I like to follow different influencers to see what their values, their content, and their voice is. And when you do that, it's going to help you look at yourself and see what are yours. It's going to let you step outside of yourself and what does my brand look like? Okay. If you haven't noticed, my color is blue, right? Because it's the only color I wear. I have it here. I have it there. I have it here. I have it in the logo. So yeah, I don't know if any of you guys have a question about what my color is. Now you know. So follow influencers. Okay, next, this one's a little tough. I just want to say, oh, we love Sam and Greg, Pam. They're coming to the US here in a couple of weeks and we're doing an event together. Overcome personal barriers. This is something I want you to work on. I want you to identify first, not trying to be a psychiatrist here or a psychologist, but I want you to understand what are your fears? What are your rejections? Are you fear of rejection? What are you self-doubting yourself with? And then I want you to confidently create and share diverse content types around that. Now, the one thing specifically I say here that I hear most often is I have a fear of going live and being online. Well, to be honest with you, if you put a camera up to me in a studio set and say, read this script, I'm the worst actor on the planet. I have now gotten over that because I actually love being here in my office on my computer, talking to my computer screen to a bunch of wonderful people. So I've worked through that fear. I'm not cold and all that. And guess what? People respect that. So if you are not comfortable being live, then work through that, break that barrier and start to do it. I'm not going to mention her name. She did her first unboxing of new product last night. And it was her first time going live. And she did great. And she was all nervous. And she's like, I don't like doing this. So there it is. Oh, thank you, Joanna, and good to see you. So overcome those barriers, identify them first. What on social media are you uncomfortable with? Making content? Well, let's work on that. You've got Canva, you've got our creator, you've got a lot of different things you can use. You can share content, you can curate content. Going live, one thing I always said, if you have a ridiculous fear of your face being on camera, turn the camera around and show what you're seeing and do things like that. So I make reels like that where I show the beautiful view of the ranch and then maybe put some copy up on top about motivation or entertaining quotes or things like that. So there's lots of different ways you can do it. All right. So work through those barriers. All right. And then I want you to work on something called developing a growth mindset. So I want you to, however you want to do it. Carrie Pugh, I went live on Facebook first time in forever this past Saturday. And how did it go, Carrie? You do well? I bet you did. So we'll let us know in the comments. Develop a growth mindset. Develop something. What do you do first thing in the morning to get yourself ready to have the most amazing day? Engage in a daily mental exercise to foster your creativity, sales skills, personal brand development. If it's going and looking at your mentors, go do it. If it's checking in with your team or your leaders, go do it. If it's taking a look at what's going on in the news, don't do it. I'm kidding. So that's what I want you to do. There's Dan. Dan Biaggi is in the house. He likes to meditate under the sun. Good one. I'd love to do that. We had some sun today, but it's 20 degrees here. So growth mindset. I want you to find something to do every morning that sets your brain up for your personal development and your personal brand. All right. So if your personal brand is becoming an expert, then I suggest your growth mindset should be learning about more about your field so that you can create that kind of content. Okay. What do you guys think? Those are my growth tips. I hope you like those. I'm going to we're getting close to time here. Let me tell you a couple more things. And I'm going to share one tip. I'm going to share something a little bit about one of our products, if you don't mind. I'm not meaning to be salesy, but I do show you how this new product BAM that we have is so great for what I'm doing with my personal brand. I want to share that with you. But first, I want to just let you know that the Personal Brand Mastery Week 2 is going to be building a strong online presence. So I'm going to take you through setting up your about sections, putting in your links, cross promoting, all kinds of things that you can do in building a strong online presence around your personal brand. That's week 2. It's next Thursday, same time. If you want to be in the studio audience here, join us here where we'll answer your questions and we'll be part of it. Otherwise, you can see us in the groups, etc. Speaking of groups, if for any of you have joined us and are not part of our Multi-Brain Official community, please join us on Facebook. Just search Multi-Brain Official, and that is our group. We'd love to have you. We show lots of tips in there. There's going to be a lot of follow-up to this in there, this series, more series coming. So please join us in that community. Now, I want to share one thing that I call this, all of you know, at the end of last year, we launched a new app called BAM. It stands for Brand Asset Manager. It's kind of your own, what I got, and what I'm going to tell you about this, because it turned into, in my research, where I've looked at, unicorn billion-dollar valuated companies and how they got there. And what a lot of them say is, we found our accidental feature. Okay? Accidental feature, meaning we didn't create this to do this, but it does, and that's crazy, and that's good. We have one. And I'm so excited because I'm the one that discovered it. Tracy, there's 4 weeks in this series, okay? And then there'll be more follow-up after that. So when we launched BAM to be this asset manager, what I didn't realize the accidental feature was, like, you guys tell me I'm wrong. I bet all of you will agree. How many of you would wish that there would be a place where I could just store all my business stuff, all my business contacts, all my business content, my videos, when I take pictures, when I do unboxings, when I have ideas online or I see one I like and I share it somewhere. So what if you could just store everything from your phone over into this cool little app called BAM that you can you can put anything you want in there and keep all your business stuff. Look, here's an aha moment I had. I went to Seattle, because all of you know I'm in Montana now. So I went to Seattle to have some seafood and get some big city in me, semi-big. And I wanted to, I was taking pictures of the Pikes Pier and different things and buildings. And we went to Friday Harbor and from the boat and all this. And then I realized, wait, I shouldn't be taking pictures because I need to make reels. And I could take a beautiful sweeping shot of the beautiful, beautiful, spacing out what they're called, Friday Harbor and all of that. Or I could take a picture of the skyline and I could use that in a reel. And then I could put a quote like, I love city living, whatever it is, or whatever I want. I now save all that over in BAM. So anytime I want, I don't have to go, oh, where's that? How many times do you do that? You go and look, where's that picture? Oh, I want to do it. Where is it? Where do I need? Where do I have? God, it was 6 months ago. I had that picture of awesome. I want to do it. Well, I now, just so you know, I use BAM, and you can see right here, the first thing you get is your own albums. I create albums for all the different pieces of my business. So social media tips, reels I love, creative I think is great. So with BAM, not only can I just take stuff from my phone, but even if I'm on Facebook or Instagram or on the web, I can, what I call BAM it. I can just say, hey, send that. I want to save that one. Like I have a food category in here because my sister and I were talking. I save recipes on Instagram. I save them on TikTok. I save them on Facebook. And now when I want to see a fish taco recipe, I can't remember where I saved it. Well, now all I do is just click the share button and I send it into BAM. So I have all my recipes now over in BAM. So when I want Tyler Florence's fish tacos, I don't have to remind myself, go to Food Network, search it and look for it. Or did I save it on Instagram, or is it on Facebook, or did I put it in Pinterest? It's right there in BAM. I click it. There it is. There's the video of him. It's done. So BAM is so cool. You can go both ways. You can save your stuff. You can share stuff into it. And then anything you have in there, you can create things. You can make posts. You can make videos. You can do all that. And you can share it anywhere you want. It's kind of the best of both worlds. So the organization is what our accidental feature was. So we will actually, yeah, we have a lot of training. So I want to invite you all to join BAM. All you got to do is go to your app store and search BAM by Multibrain Key, because there's a few BAMs out there. Download it. It's free. Now we have a free package and we have a pro package. So the free package is, anybody can get it, is basically you get customizable templates, recognition, everything like that. You get a creator, just like Canva. You can put your things together. You got reels and templates and things like that. You can upload up to 100 images for free, no problem. If you're with a brand that works with us, then you get all of theirs. And then you get all the sponsored content, and then you get everything on a keyboard. So you get a keyboard. And then the pro is just unlimited video uploads, unlimited content, all of these training series, so much, a lifestyle vault with thousands and thousands of different pieces of content for you to use. So really cool. You can try the pro for 14 days for free. And if you don't like it, you don't have to keep it. Again, we're really non-threatening here. We're not pushing hard. Our team works really hard. Deborah, I'd love that you just started playing with it. I would love to see you guys get in it and tell me what you think of it. Okay. So yes, we'll have training on that. Tracy says there's so many social platforms, I struggle with which ones. I think that, Tracy, what you'll do is you'll understand who your audience is. And I know for you with events and things like that, your audience very much could be more on LinkedIn. So I definitely think that's one for you. And I think I saw you say that. Yeah, Jackie, I tell you what, it's so cool to just say the recipes. Sometimes the image doesn't pull, but I don't care. I want within 10 seconds, I go to BAM and get that recipe and I'm off to the races. There's so many times where I go to Facebook and I save it in which folder, and then the Instagram, it's crazy. So this just literally goes one click to my recipe. So I save recipes. I have awesome in there. I have my trips. I have what I call my idea bank. So when I just do pans and things that I could use with a good morning quote, whatever it is, I just have everything right at my fingertips and I can send it right there. So it's pretty cool. 2025 is the year of, oops, I did that wrong. 2025 is the year of the personal brand. So that's why we're doing this for you. I really believe the personal brand is what it's all about. I appreciate you guys being here. Anybody have any questions? This is the Personal Brand Mastery. And we're here to help you build your personal brand. You guys have your homework. So I want you to look at, again, look at your why, look at your you, and then I want you to work on your image, your mission, your value, and your vision. I'll post this in the group tomorrow. So if you guys want any follow-up, you'll have it. If you guys already have BAM, you will be able to watch the replay on this and share it with your team and anybody else who's on BAM. But that's where we're going to house all of this moving forward, okay? Well, I appreciate you guys being here. I love it. I appreciate all your positiveness. You guys are amazing. Tracy, thanks for coming. Jackie, as always. Deb, thank you. Thank you. Pam, everybody, Pat, Carrie, Kathy, you guys are amazing. So 4 weeks. We'll see you next week, same time. Let's work on your personal brand. And please always feel free to reach out to us with any questions. All the best. Take care.